March 2020. Australians bought 39.7 million rolls of toilet paper in a single week. Americans rerouted water trucks across 3 states. Shelves dropped 30% overnight. Not one of those panic buys delivers a single calorie. Overlooked. 15 foods under $85 could quietly sustain 2 adults for a week. Most people have no idea what they are, and it comes down to a checklist nobody thinks to use. Toilet paper vanished from store aisles at a speed rarely seen in retail history. In Australia, 39.7 million rolls sold in a single week, a figure that works out to more than 1.5 rolls for every person in the country. Across the United States, Nielsen tracked toilet paper sales surging by as much as 300% in early March 2020. Bottled water followed, with major chains like Walmart and Kroger reporting sales spikes of 50 to 100%. State transportation logs in Florida, Texas, and California recorded water trucks rerouted to keep up with frantic demand. These numbers weren't isolated to one region. Similar patterns erupted in Europe and Asia, with Hong Kong and the UK imposing purchase limits to slow the rush. Meanwhile, the rest of the grocery store told a different story. Shelf-stable foods, white rice, dried beans, oats, saw increases, but nothing like the stampede for paper goods. Retailer data showed dry goods shelves dropped by less than 10% on average, and restocked 2 to 3 times faster than hygiene aisles. At Costco, rice pallets cleared out, but were replenished within 48 hours. In contrast, toilet paper and water stayed out of stock for weeks, with manufacturers running overtime and stores rationing purchases into the summer. An analyst from a leading market research firm put it this way: "We saw a 30% overnight drop in shelf inventory for paper products and water, compared to single-digit dips for most food staples." The psychology of scarcity drove shoppers to high-visibility items, even when those items offered zero nutrition. The frenzy played out most visibly in the aisles that made the best headlines and the most dramatic photos. Social media amplified the panic, turning empty shelves into viral proof of crisis. But the data shows that what disappeared first was not what people actually needed most. While the public chased symbols of preparedness, the foods capable of quietly sustaining families through a genuine disruption often remained within reach, overlooked and undervalued. Aisles emptied of paper goods and bottled water, but these high-visibility items failed the most basic tests for real preparedness. Toilet paper offers comfort and hygiene, but it provides 0 calories, no nutrition, and takes up valuable storage space. Bottled water is heavy, expensive, and quickly depleted. An average adult needs about a gallon per day, making it nearly impossible to store enough for a multi-week disruption. Humidity and temperature swings can degrade both paper and plastic, risking spoilage or mold. When it comes to actual survival, the priorities shift. Foods that matter most deliver high calories per dollar, long shelf life, and essential nutrients. White rice, for example, lasts up to 30 years in an airtight container with oxygen absorbers, costing just a few cents per 100 calories. Instant noodles, by contrast, expire in 1 to 2 years, and their packaging breaks down faster, especially in humid climates. Honey, sealed and stored at room temperature, never spoils. Archaeologists have even recovered edible honey from ancient tombs. Ghee, with water and milk solids removed, keeps for years unrefrigerated, while regular butter turns rancid in a matter of weeks. Shelf-stable staples like rolled oats, dried legumes, and powdered milk not only last for years but also provide protein, fiber, and vitamins. Freeze-dried fruits retain nearly all their nutrients for decades, unlike canned fruit, which loses up to 40% of its vitamin C within 2 years. Vinegar, sugar, and salt, often overlooked, have indefinite shelf lives and serve multiple roles, from preservation to disinfection. True resilience isn't about filling a cart with whatever's left on the shelf. It's about understanding which foods quietly outlast the panic, offer real energy, and keep a household nourished and stable through any supply disruption. The difference comes down to knowing what actually sustains you when the rush is over. White rice anchors any long-term pantry. Stored in mylar with oxygen absorbers, it keeps fresh for up to 30 years, far longer than most staples. A 20-pound bag delivers about 36,000 calories for under $20, breaking down to 4 cents per 100 calories. Brown rice, by contrast, spoils within 2 years due to its oils, making white rice the clear choice for longevity and simplicity. Honey is the only sweetener that never truly expires. Archaeologists have found edible honey in tombs over 3,000 years old. Its acidity and low moisture prevent spoilage, so a sealed jar remains safe indefinitely. Each tablespoon provides 64 calories, and crystallized honey can be revived with gentle heat. Ghee, or clarified butter, sidesteps the problem of rancid fats. By removing water and milk solids, ghee lasts up to 2 years at room temperature, longer if refrigerated. Regular butter turns within weeks, but ghee's 112 calories per tablespoon make it a compact energy source. Rolled oats, when sealed airtight, stay edible for up to 8 years. They offer slow-release carbs and protein, 307 calories and 13 grams of protein per dry cup. Large bags cost less than 50 cents per 100 calories, making oats a nutritional and budget staple. Freeze-dried fruits. Preserve vitamins and flavor. Unlike canned fruit, which loses up to 40% of its vitamin C in 2 years, freeze-dried fruit retains nutrients for up to 25 years if kept dry. The cost is higher, 30 to 50 cents per 100 calories, but the nutritional payoff is significant. Distilled white vinegar's shelf life is essentially indefinite. It works as a preservative, cleaner, and mild disinfectant. A gallon costs just a few dollars and never needs replacing if sealed. Powdered whole milk, vacuum sealed, lasts up to 20 years. A quarter-cup serving supplies 8 grams of protein and 160 calories. During the 2022 formula shortage, powdered milk sales surged over 300%. Dark chocolate, though it keeps just 1 to 2 years, has been a U.S. military ration since World War II. 1 ounce of 70% dark chocolate provides 170 calories and a lift in morale. Dried legumes anchor any practical food reserve. Lentils, black beans, and chickpeas, sealed with oxygen absorbers, keep for 8 to 10 years, sometimes longer. Each cup of cooked lentils supplies 18 grams of protein and more than 200 calories. At roughly 5 cents per 100 calories, legumes outpace most canned meats and grains for value. In the 2021 Texas freeze, while bread vanished from supermarkets, dried beans and lentils disappeared even faster in Houston and Dallas. Their worth recognized only when shelves were bare. Peanut butter stands out for its density and shelf life. Unopened jars last up to 2 years, each holding nearly 3,000 calories. 2 tablespoons deliver 8 grams of protein and a dose of healthy fats. It's compact, needs no refrigeration, and can be eaten straight, crucial when cooking isn't possible. Sardines. In oil, offer protein, omega-3s, and calcium in a tin that keeps for 5 years. One can provide over 20 grams of protein and nearly 200 calories, ready to eat with no prep or water. Their nutrition and portability have made them a staple in emergency and military rations worldwide. Shelf-stable tofu, sold in aseptic packs, lasts up to a year unrefrigerated. Each serving brings 8 grams of protein and 80 calories, plant-based and adaptable. Quinoa, stored in mylar, keeps for 8 years, cooks quickly, and contains all 9 essential amino acids. A cup yields 8 grams of protein and 220 calories. Salt is indispensable for health and preservation. Pure salt never spoils. A pound lasts months, whether seasoning, curing, or pickling. Powdered eggs, sealed in number 10 cans, store 5 to 10 years and reconstitute easily. 2 tablespoons equal 1 large egg with 70 calories and 6 grams of protein. Combined, these foods supply over 45,000 calories and 2,000 grams of protein for 2 adults per week, all for under $90. The kit fits in a closet, needs no freezer, and covers every nutritional need. True resilience comes quietly, built on staples that endure when headlines fade. Today, the foods with the longest shelf lives, like white rice, honey, and powdered milk, still sit quietly on shelves while instant noodles and canned fruit vanish first. Strategy, not fear, determines real resilience. The next disruption won't wait. The smartest pantry is built before the rush. Share your approach below.